Welcome to Keeping the Magic, the podcast, a space for open, authentic conversations that guide us home to our true selves and to our magic within. Let's begin. Welcome everyone. I wanted to do a short little episode, an introduction to the next episodes and how the podcast will be held and kind of shared with you. Before, my podcast was called Let's Talk, and I suddenly kind of found it really boring and kind of bland, and it just makes sense to change it to Keeping the Magic, the podcast. As you already know, I love to share about authentic topics. I love to go in a bit deeper. I like to talk about spirituality, energy, consciousness, awareness, love, self-love, all the qualities that have been, I would say, in the center of my focus and kind of, awareness and presence these last years. As I grow and evolve personally on my journey, I share with you. I truly believe that by just being ourselves, just being authentically ourselves and present, we allow others to do the same. And so it's not so much about sharing tools and like these amazing tips. Sometimes it's just showing the way by being you. And I do this with an open, warm and loving heart, and you can do it in your way, your unique way. Share your gifts and show the way to others with your own light. So, this is just an introduction to the kind of space that you will find, a sacred space where you can listen, connect, feel, and ask yourself some questions, meaningful questions in life. Life is supposed to be simple and joyful, and sometimes it gets complicated. We all kind of live in this kind of survival mode, just because, so much is going on around us and we have a lot to manage and our lives are busy. And so, we're kind of taught or brought up to survive. But how can we remember just to be, not to do, not just to have goals, not just to realize, not just to get up in the morning and say, I've got this huge list of things to do and I'm going to tick the boxes. How can we also enjoy life, have fun? We can enjoy our lives, live with some kind of lightness, happiness, presence, without too much effort or complication. It does require, obviously, that if you're willing to be more aware, more conscious, to meet yourself within, it requires courage, because it's not always easy. And I just want to say that if you're willing to sometimes, kind of go in a bit deeper and meet some emotions and things that you don't really want to see or feel, the afterwards is so revealing of how magical life can get. The afterwards is always beautiful. It's always very comforting and confirming that, yes, I was right. I took that step and look how much it served me. I met myself a bit more, and each step you take, you meet yourself a bit more within. Now you can apply many self-development tools, you can read many books, you can learn all the lessons. If you don't kind of integrate them within your being, then those tools are kind of worth nothing because they stay in the intellect and eventually you'll just forget. So they're not ingrained, they're not alchemized within your being. So how do you do that? Obviously it doesn't happen overnight, and it's not particularly complicated, but it does again require some courage, consistency, perseverance to meet the places or wounds or fears that you may have within, and start to kind of understand how you can receive with a nurturing and loving heart for yourself. So for example, if you're very critical with yourself, it will be hard for you to hold yourself with softness and love. But it doesn't mean it's impossible. I had so many limiting beliefs and self-judgment and critical thoughts towards myself that created negativity. And negativity creates your world. And you live in this world where, gosh, life is just so complicated and annoying. But it's not. It's not when you love yourself. Not love yourself in the sense that you look in the mirror and say, oh, I'm so beautiful and I just love this about me. And no, that's surface level self-love. And that's quite egoistic, but that's fine. Again, I'm not going to judge. We all need the ego, and it's good to have some ego, and it's good to find yourself attractive. That's fine. But it's not that surface level. No, it's loving yourself, seeing yourself through your eyes, meeting that kind of deeper and softer you within. It may feel scary, you may not feel ready, and again, that's fine. It will come or not, but just trust that each little awareness, new discovery about yourself is huge, and it takes you to amazing places. And the more you kind of meet those little instances of clarity or self-discovery, and the more you will become aware, and the more things will make sense, and the more you'll be like, wow, all this time I was hiding from myself. All this time I was not loving myself for who I am. And so I just want to pause a bit. I don't want to make this into, again, let's just talk to talk. Let's pause and feel. Do you feel or do you grasp what I'm sharing? Does it make sense to you within? Does it create a spark? Does it bring some excitement? Does it bring maybe some knowing? I know this. I knew this for myself. So yes, we need guidance. We need tools. We need tips. And we need reminders. And that's easy to find in the way that there are many amazing people out there who offer, services, guidance, coaching, beautiful quotes, reminders, daily reminders. So we have all that. Let's, purposefully and consciously kind of, I'd say consume those things, but integrate them within by putting in the effort to see the parts where it resonates but also can hurt. So I'm repeating that because that's really the important kind of notion in a way to grasp. How do you go from the intellect to the body, to the spirit, to your energy, and make it flow. Again, yeah, fine, I've got that. I know how that, okay, I understood it. How do I do that? There is no secret. You are a unique human being with your history, with your conditioning, with your culture, with your personality, and your skills, your traits. You are unique. And so your journey to that discovery, to that self-discovery, to your own light is unique. And so just trust that as long as you are willing, putting in the effort, you will be supported by the universe, by God, by Source, by this collective consciousness, higher consciousness that we all live in and are connected to a certain degree of what we are ready to see and understand. So, okay, we're not going to go in too deep. I think this is deep enough. I really wanted to do just a short introduction to the next episodes. I will be hosting and interviewing amazing people. I will also be doing solo talks like I've just done. And just basically listen to my intuition and see where my creativity takes me. That's how I advance on my journey. I truly just connect to the moment, to my creativity, and to basically what I'm receiving. And when it feels aligned, when it feels true, and when it feels just basically exciting, I go for it. I follow my joys. And you can follow your joys too. By following your joy, you are simply following your truth, your own life path. And it's not more complicated than that. Success, yes, you can become successful. You can earn lots of money. You can travel. You can, have a wonderful relationship with someone, have the family. You can have all that. It's not one or the other. Your birthright is to experience, live life fully, not have half of it. Not because, I'm spiritual or I'm kind of conscious, so I'm going to live in a small hut on a mountain and I'm just going to live like that because that's what spirituality looks like. No, spirituality is never meant to be lonely. Unless you decide to be a monk, fine. That's your joy, follow your joy. But no, life is supposed to be experienced. The stage of life. The stage of life is a play. And we're here to learn. And we're here to grow. And obviously if we want to learn to grow, we suffer. We learn and we heal and we get back up and we say, wow, look at me growing. Feeling that self-love, feeling proud of yourself and where you're taking yourself to unity within and to unity with all. Sending you lots of love, and I am so excited for 2026, I can't even tell you. So take care and nurture that little you within. Lots of love. Thank you for listening to Keeping the Magic, the podcast. I hope these conversations ignited a spark within. You can listen to more episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, and YouTube. Trust your potential within. Lots of love.